Can you find the mistake in the sentence? She loves he. Take a moment. Look at it again. Something is wrong. But many English learners make this exact mistake every single day, and they don't even notice it. If you are not sure what the problem is, don't worry at all. You are in exactly the right place, because by the end of this lesson, you will never make this mistake again. I promise you that. Here is my promise to you. By the end of this video, you will understand what an object is in an English sentence. You will know exactly which form of a noun or a pronoun to use when it is the object. And you will be able to look at any simple English sentence and say with confidence, yes, that is the subject, and that is the object. You will feel so much more sure about your English. My name is Miss Penelope, and welcome to this lesson. I am so happy you are here today. Let's learn together. Before we talk about objects, let's do a very quick review. In English, almost every sentence has two important parts. It has a subject, and it has a verb. The subject is the person or thing that does the action. The verb is the action word. For example, the dog runs. The dog is the subject. Runs is the verb. Simple, right? But here is the thing, and this is what I want you to keep in mind as we go through today's lesson. Many sentences have a third important part. They have an object, and understanding the object is the key to speaking and writing English correctly. Now, I want to tell you something. Later in this lesson, I am going to share a very common secret mistake that even intermediate learners make with objects. It has to do with a word that looks almost right, but it is completely wrong. I will show you exactly what it is, so please stay with me all the way to the end. So, what is an object? Let me explain it in the simplest way possible. A noun is a word for a person, place, or thing. You already know this. Words like cat, book, teacher, city. These are all nouns. Now, in a sentence, a noun can play different roles. Sometimes the noun is the subject, the one doing the action. And sometimes the noun is the object, the one receiving the action. Let me give you a picture to help you understand this. Imagine a sentence like a little play. There are actors on a stage. The subject is the main actor, the one who does something. The verb is what they do. And the object is the thing or person that receives what the subject does. Let's look at this sentence. Maria eats an apple. Who is doing the action? Maria. So, Maria is the subject. What is the action? Eating. So eats is the verb. What is receiving the action? The apple. Maria is eating the apple. So apple is the object. Subject, verb, object. This is the most common sentence structure in English, and it is beautiful in its simplicity. Let's try another one. The boy kicks the ball. Who does the action? The boy, subject. What is the action? Kicks. Verb. What receives the action? The ball, object. Do you see the pattern? Great. You are already understanding this. Now here is something very important to know. The object always comes after the verb. Always. In English we say subject, verb, object. We do not mix this up. The object sits right after the verb, waiting to receive the action. Let me show you a few more examples, so this pattern becomes very clear in your mind. Tom reads a book. Tom is the subject. Reads is the verb. A book is the object. The children love music. The children are the subject. Love is the verb. Music is the object. She drinks coffee every morning. She is the subject. Drinks is the verb. Coffee is the object. You are doing so well. These are your first object sentences, and you are reading them perfectly. Give yourself a little moment of pride. You deserve it. Now let's go deeper. I want to give you many examples so that your brain really understands this. The more examples you see, the easier it becomes. That is how language learning works. Look at these sentences. I want you to find the object in each one. Read each sentence and ask yourself, who or what is receiving the action? Sentence 1. I see a bird. The object is a bird. I am seeing it. The bird is receiving the action of being seen. Sentence 2. We need water. The object is water. We need it. Water is receiving the action. Sentence 3. The teacher explains the grammar. The object is the grammar. The teacher is explaining it. Sentence 4. My sister has a new job. The object is a new job. She has it. The job is the object. Sentence 5. He bought a red car. The object is a red car. He bought it. Notice something here. The object can have adjectives. Red is an adjective describing the car, but the object is still a red car, the whole noun phrase. This is important. The object is not always just one word. It can be a noun phrase, a noun with words that describe it, but the noun is always at the center of the object. Sentence 6. They are watching a film. The object is a film. They are watching it. Sentence 7. I love my family. The object is my family. I love them. Sentence 8. She is cooking dinner. The object is dinner. She is cooking it. You are doing very well. Let's keep going. We are building something really strong in your mind right now. Now, I want you to notice something about all of these examples. In all of them, the object is a noun or a noun phrase. It is a person, place, or thing. Objects are always nouns, or words that work like nouns. I see a bird. Bird is a noun, object. We need water. Water is a noun, object. He bought a red car. Car is a noun, object. The verb points to the object like an arrow, and the object, the noun, is waiting there to receive the action. This is the relationship between the verb and the object in English. And here is something I want you to remember. Not every verb has an object. Some verbs are complete on their own. For example, she sleeps. There is no object. Sleeping does not need to be done to something. But verbs like eat, see, love, want, need, buy. These verbs almost always need an object. They need a noun to complete the meaning. I eat. Eat what? We need an object. I eat a sandwich. Now the sentence is complete. She wants? Wants what? She wants a new phone. Complete. These verbs that need objects are called transitive verbs. Don't worry about that word too much right now. Just know that many common English verbs need a noun object to complete their meaning. Okay, let's stop here for our first quiz. I love this part. I want you to participate. This is your lesson. I am going to give you a sentence, and I want you to find the object. Ready? Here we go. The sentence is, my mother makes delicious soup. Pause the video right now if you want to think about it. What is the object in the sentence? Okay, the answer is delicious soup. Why? Because my mother is the subject. She is the one doing the action. Makes is the verb, the action, and delicious soup is the thing being made. It is receiving the action. It is the object. Notice again, delicious is an adjective. It describes the soup, but the whole phrase delicious soup is the object, with soup as the noun at the center. Fantastic work. If you got that right, give yourself a big smile. You are understanding this perfectly. You are doing so well. We are about halfway through our lesson, and you have already learned something really important. What an object is, how to find it in a sentence, and how it always comes after the verb. Stay with me, because we are now going to look at the part of this topic that even many intermediate learners get wrong. Remember the mistake from the beginning. She loves he. I'm about to explain exactly why that is wrong and what the correct word is. This is the secret I promised you. And after that, I have one more quiz waiting for you. So keep watching. You are almost there. Now we arrive at something very important. And this is the secret I promised you at the start. We have been talking about nouns as objects, and nouns are the most common objects in English sentences. But sometimes, instead of using a noun, we use a pronoun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. For example, instead of saying, I love Maria, I can say, I love her. The word her is a pronoun. It replaces the noun Maria. Now here is where the big mistake happens. And this is the reason the sentence at the start of our lesson was wrong. In English, pronouns change their form depending on whether they are the subject or the object. This is very important. When he is the subject, we say he. He loves her. He is doing the action. But when he is the object, when he is receiving the action, we do not say he. We say him. So she loves he is wrong. The correct sentence is, she loves him. Him is the object form. He is the subject form. They are different words, and we must use the right one. Let me show you the full list of subject pronouns and their object forms. I becomes me as an object. I see you, you see me. You stays you. You help me, I help you. He becomes him. He calls her, she calls him. She becomes her. She loves him, he loves her. We becomes us. We invite them, they invite us. They becomes them. They need us, we need them. And it stays it. The cat chases it. It chases the cat. This is so important. When a pronoun is the object of a verb, when it receives the action, we must use the object form. Me, you, him, her, us, them, it. Let me give you some clear examples. I love her. Her is the object, correct? She loves him. Him is the object, correct? They invited us. Us is the object, correct? He called me. Me is the object, correct? We can see them. Them is the object, correct? Now I want to show you the same sentences with the wrong pronouns, so you can see the mistake clearly and never make it yourself. Wrong. I love she. Correct. I love her. Wrong. She loves he. Correct. She loves him. Wrong. They invited we. Correct. They invited us. Wrong. He called I. Correct. He called me. Can you feel how wrong those sentences sound? After this lesson, your ears will catch these mistakes automatically. That is how powerful this knowledge is. This is the secret I promised you. Subject pronouns, I, he, she, we, they, are only for the subject. Object pronouns, me, him, her, us, them, are for the object. They are not the same, and they are not interchangeable. This is one of the most important rules in English grammar for beginners, and now you know it. You should feel really proud of yourself. Okay, it is quiz time again. This one is a little bit challenging, but I know you can do it. I am going to give you 2 sentences. One is correct, one has a mistake. I want you to choose the correct sentence. Sentence A, my brother is helping she with her homework. Sentence B, my brother is helping her with her homework. Which one is correct? Pause the video, think about it, and then come back. The correct answer is Sentence B, my brother is helping her with her homework. In sentence A, she is wrong. She is a subject pronoun. It does the action. But in this sentence, the pronoun is the object. It receives the action of being helped. So we need the object pronoun her. My brother is the subject. Is helping is the verb. Her is the object. Excellent work. You are really getting this. I am so impressed by you. Now let's practice together with a few more examples. I want these sentences to feel completely natural to you. Look at these sentences and notice the objects. Some objects are nouns. Some are object pronouns. The teacher gives us homework every day. Us is the object pronoun. We receive the homework. I can see a beautiful mountain. A beautiful mountain is the object. It is a noun phrase. Do you know her? Her is the object pronoun. She receives the action of being known. We are buying a new house. A new house is the object. It is a noun phrase. He is watching them. Them is the object pronoun. They receive the action of being watched. She forgot her keys. Her keys is the object, a noun phrase. Can you hear me? Me is the object pronoun. I receive the action of being heard. They are painting the walls. The walls is the object, a noun phrase. Perfect. Do you see how the object can be either a noun phrase or an object pronoun? Both come after the verb. Both receive the action. The only difference is it a noun or is it a pronoun replacing a noun? Now let me give you one final tip for practice. When you read or hear an English sentence, try to find the three parts: subject, verb, object. Make it a habit. Ask yourself, who is doing? What is the action? Who or what receives it? With practice, this will become completely automatic, and your English will improve faster than you think. You are doing incredibly well today. I am genuinely proud of how far you've come in this one lesson. Do you remember the sentence from the very beginning of our lesson? She loves he. Now you know exactly why it is wrong. He is a subject pronoun. It cannot be the object. The object form is him. The correct sentence is, she loves him. She is the subject. Loves is the verb. Him is the object. A pronoun in object form. This sentence is now perfect. And now, you will never make that mistake again. Let's review what you learned today. These are your 3 big takeaways from this lesson. Number 1, an object is the noun or noun phrase that receives the action of the verb. In the sentence, Tom reads a book. A book is the object. Number 2, the object always comes after the verb in English. Subject, verb, object. This is the standard sentence pattern. Number 3, when a pronoun is the object of a sentence, you must use the object form. Me, you, him, her, us, them, it, not the subject form. She loves him is correct. She loves he is wrong. These 3 things are the foundation. Learn them, practice them, and they will help you every single day. Before you go, I want to say, you did something wonderful today. You sat down, you focused, and you learned real English grammar. That takes effort, and I want you to know that I see that effort, and I am so proud of you. If this lesson helped you, please give it a thumbs up. Your like helps other English learners just like you find this video. It means more than you know. And if you want to keep learning with me, if you want more clear, simple grammar lessons like this one, please click the subscribe button right now. I make new lessons every week, and I would love for you to be part of our learning community. Now, here is my favorite part. I want to hear from you. Leave me a comment below and tell me, what is one thing you learned today? Maybe it is the word him versus he, or maybe it is the subject-verb-object pattern. Whatever it is, write it down. Writing it will help you remember it. And if you have a question, any question at all, please write it in the comments. I read every single comment, and I do my best to answer you. This is Miss Penelope, and I will see you in the next lesson. Keep practicing. Keep going. Your English is getting better every single day. I promise you that. Goodbye for now.